Kick off the Dine Out Vancouver Festival. First up, though, it is the chef soup experiment. But you know, I need a spoon. Nelson, where's my? Oh, you had my spoon. We're ready for some good eating today as we get ready with many of the top chefs here in Vancouver, including Chef Julian Bond. Well, first off, we're talking about Dine Out Vancouver, the big festival that everyone looks forward to around this time of year here in the Lower Mainland. And we are here at Edible Canada, where we've got chefs from Pika. Well, of course, Chef Julian Bond and some of his students getting ready for what, Lucas? This is something totally new for Dine Out Vancouver.
Definitely. This is something totally new. It's called the Chef Soup Experiment. So we have 50 chefs that are coming here for breakfast this morning. And we've asked each of them to bring an ingredient for our big soup that we're going to be serving to the public at the Pacific Institute of Culinary Arts at 12:30.
And this experiment is something that's near and dear to your heart because this is actually something that stems from your childhood.
Yes, so my family has a cabin up in Pemberton, and there's a family that's part of the community that does this every summer, and we all bring an ingredient, and they cook up this big, huge soup on the campfire, and then the result is actually really good.
Well, I love it. I read in one of the articles in one of the papers that you said, as long as it's successful, it was your idea, and we think it's going to be successful.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't it be? Especially with some of the top chefs. Thanks very much, Lucas. Julian, you guys are kicking it off this morning. What exactly are you and your students doing?
So we've actually got no idea what we're doing, and that's the beautiful thing about today. We don't know what the chefs are going to bring, and we've asked some of them to bring certain ingredients to kind of direct us a little bit. So what we're going to start off with is a base, just a good vegetable stock base with celery, onions, garlic, some lovely aromatics like ginger, and give it a good base for our soup, and we can build it from there.
But when you don't know all the ingredients are going to be in it, what is going to be some of the learning aspects for the students? I would think that things like spice.
Spice is, and that's one of the ingredients we picked. So we picked a nice Thai chili today, so we're going to give it a nice little boost. And with any soup, no matter what soup we make, it's all about the stock. And that's our focus for the next 20 minutes, is make a good stock, and from there, we'll see what happens.
And then the idea is you're going to take this soup back to Pika,
Yep.
and people can come by
Exactly.
and taste it.
So we're going to have a little gap after all the chefs bring it all in, so maybe something that requires stewing for a little while,
Yeah.
or braising for a little while. And at 12:30 today, outside the school, we'll have our lovely giant pot of soup for everybody to come
And
by.
the public is invited to come by
We want them to
and
come by
try
and
it out.
taste and be their own little critique.
Awesome, and of course they're just located just outside here at Granville Island. For more details on Dine Out Vancouver, kicks off today through the 2nd, Jody and Riaz. More details coming up on your screen throughout the morning, but it's one of my favorite festivals of the year. You have brought your ingredient. What is it?
I brought my big spoon, and full of it is green garbanzo beans, my young chickpeas. They are awesome. I got these at Costco. They're like the new ingredient, and we're gonna put these into the soup last minute, I think.
Fun. Okay, so Chef Julian Bond, you guys are preparing the soup right now. How difficult is it going to be to work with Chef Ned Bell's ingredient?
Well, Ned supports this industry tremendously, so he's here to support us and make the soup tasty and wonderful, so no huge curveball. So actually, I'll throw it to Shannon. What do you think? Something simple, it's clean, what would you do with it?
We'll finish the soup with it, I think. Just add them at the end and pour the hot soup over to warm them. You don't want to overcook them because they have such a nice, clean taste.
Wow.
I love it. Look at that. It's all in education here. Now, Ned, of course, you is participating in the Dine Out Vancouver Festival. Kicks off today. What are you guys doing for your menu?
We love Dine Out. Dine Out is such a great opportunity for us to showcase, great food and great menu, full of value to guests that maybe don't come to the restaurant all the time. So we're doing a $38 menu, choice of appies, choice of main course, choice of dessert. We've got all ocean-wise seafood. We're nutrient-dense, plant-based, so we're all about sort of showcasing what's in season right now. Arctic char, heritage chicken, wild salmon, Qualicum scallops, BC's pot prawns. It's going to be awesome.
And at $38 to go to you for that level of food, that's a great deal.
Super great value, and that's what Dine Out's famous for, is great value and get people into the restaurants.
Wonderful, but we want to kick it off today again with the Chef Soup Experiment. Ned, you better write down your ingredient there. By the way, you can make your way to the Pacific Institute of Culinary Arts, where once they have all the ingredients, they are going to move that big tub of soup over there, and they are inviting the public to make their way there at 12:30 there, Jody and Riaz, for a free sampling of that soup, Thor. And by the way, so details on that on your screen, and then let's take a look now at your information for Dine Out Vancouver, where it kicks off again today, runs through the 2nd, several restaurants participating, and it's one of my favorite events of the year. There are, of course, 3 price points, Jody and Riaz, but it's all going to start with today's soup. Exactly one of my favorite events that happens here in Vancouver, because I like my food, and you get to try so many different restaurants and various price points to fit the budgets. We've got 50 chefs here at Edible Canada today participating in the Chef Soup Challenge. And we've got Chef Rob Feenie and, of course, David Hawksworth. I see, it looks like you guys are getting ready to walk down the aisle here, David.
No, we're going to throw it any second now.
Excellent. Now, you've brought what?
Some fresh thyme and bay leaves, bouquet garni.
I love it. So that's perfect. And then, of course, we've got our Chef Rob Feenie. And your bouquet is way bigger than his. That's very impressive.
This is for you. No, it's
How much
I kind of feel awkward. It's red kale.
And how much, what's your thought process in thinking that this would be the perfect ingredient for you?
Well, for me, it's funny because my wife just bought 2 of these the other day, so I was like, okay, I'll bring my wife. We eat it a lot at home, so it was one of the reasons why I wanted to bring it.
Well, if I had a chef as a husband, I'd eat a lot at home as well. Of course, participating in the Chef Soup Challenge, but of course, both your restaurants are participating in Dine Out Vancouver, which kicks off today. David, what is Hawksworth doing?
We're doing the best of, so we're doing 5 different nights and side dishes, and it's all of our best dishes that we've done since opening.
Excellent. You're at the $38 price point?
A little bit up more. I think it's like at 48.
Okay, excellent. There you go. And what about you, Rob? What are you guys doing for Cactus Club?
Well, we've got 4 restaurants: English Bay, Yaletown, Bentall, and Park Royal. It's a 3-course menu. It's $28. There's Caesar salad, seasonal greens, a little ravioli trio to start, and then we've got prawn spaghettini, Hunter's chicken, and the Dijon Dijon salmon, and then a little crunch bar in the end. So, which is kind of unique for us because it's the first time we've done it in 4 locations. So it's gonna be fun.
I love it. Well, you know what? I'm going to let you guys make your way and drop off those ingredients. Of course, Pika is organizing the soup, and you can make your way to Pacific Institute of Culinary Arts today at 12:30 to try the chef's soup, the big soup that they bowled for the challenge. Of course, that's happening at 12:30 at the Pacific Institute of Culinary Arts. And Dine Out Vancouver kicks off today, runs until the 2nd of February. They've also got lots of different hotels that are participating. For more details, go to their website. But most importantly, go support those great restaurants during one of the favorite festivals of the season. Eric, it is a busy time right now. We've got all the chefs all gathered here. You're getting ready to cook them a big breakfast.
Absolutely. What better thing to have than all the top chefs in Vancouver sitting in your restaurant?
Is it a lot of pressure to cook for all these chefs?
Absolutely. I think we've been working on this for a little while. So
what are you guys making for them?
we're going to do a foie gras stuffed French toast. We've got a little Hazelmere Farms vegetable hash, and we're going to be doing a duck poutine.
How wonderful. Once again, the Chef's Soup Experiment is happening today. You can make your way to Pika at home. You guys make your way to Pika at 12:30 to try out the soup that all these chefs, I'm going to make my way in here, that all of these chefs have brought for the big soup. You can try that out. And of course, you can try the great meals that all these chefs have prepared for Dine Out Vancouver. Kicks off today and runs through the 2nd. Big smiles, everybody. Yes. But we're here at Edible Canada. Chefs, how is breakfast this morning?
Awesome.
Fantastic. Nelson, make our way here. We got to show this to Michelle right now. Check this out. Dare I say that is sponge toffee on their French toast there. Are you kidding me? Really?
OMG. It is tough to be you, isn't it, Don?
So much fun. We're right back here where all the magic is happening for the Chef Soup Experiment. We got Chef Darren, of course, from Pika, Julian Bond, and Lucas right now from Tourism Vancouver. He's checking out the soup that will be gold. And you can try it at home. We're going to tell you how. Coming up on Breakfast Television. Stay with us. Dine Out Vancouver kicks off today, runs right through the 2nd. Of course, the Chef Soup Experiment is happening as we speak right now here at Edible Canada, where you at home can try this fantastic soup that 50 chefs have participated in. You can try that at 12:30 at Pacific Institute of Culinary Arts. Julian, how is the soup looking right now?
You know, it smells amazing. It's a shame. Everybody talks about smell-o-vision, but we need to invent that because it just... Oh, it's so fresh and beautiful. It's kind of fragrant right now, a little lemongrass, a little ginger in there. But I think with all the ingredients and the kale and the kombu and all these root vegetables the students are chopping, delicious.
And we should point out that every chef brought a secret ingredient, something that they wanted to add to the soup. So from your perspective, you kind of had to go a bit on the fly.
We had to go a little bit on the fly. I mean, the root vegetables work really, really well. The kale's going to be fantastic with the rapini. And you see a lot of meat there, bacon, etc. And we're going to serve those on the side too. So it actually will be vegetarian-based. And if people want to add meat to it, we can do that as well.
Perfect. And that is happening at Pacific Institute of Culinary Arts at 12:30. It is free. You just get a little taster, a little 4-ounce, little taster there. So it'll be awesome for you to try. Lucas, Dine Out Vancouver is one of the top festivals here in Vancouver. It has really evolved. Kicks off today. Yep. Tell us a little bit about what we can expect over the next several days.
Well, we have 263 restaurants offering 3 or more course dinners at $18, $28, or $38. That's plus your tax and gratuities, and then your BC VQA wines if you want to have a glass of wine or a bottle of wine. Really happy to have 31 different events with the festival this year. Anything from a snowshoe fondue, so get your exercise and then have a cheese fondue afterwards up at Grouse Mountain, to the 6-course discourse or a debate about wine. There's so many different things. And we also have hotels that are offering great deals starting at $78 a night.
Wonderful. Well, all those details, of course, are on the Tourism Vancouver website. Dine Out Vancouver kicks off today, runs until the 2nd. Jody and Riaz, make your way to the Pacific Institute of Culinary Arts and try this fantastic soup that the top chefs in our city have helped participate in the making of. And congratulations to Pacific Institute of Culinary Arts, all these wonderful students who through this has become a bit of a learning experience, and it is going to be a fantastic soup to be enjoyed by all.